Authorities say a 21-year-old Somali refugee is the second person to set herself on fire in less than a week at an Australian offshore detention centre on Nauru.
She's someone really that never should have been sent back to Nauru, who was in Australia briefly for medical care, and clearly her mental health had been damaged by detention. She'd been pushed to a point of desperation where she'd already attempted suicide.
She's now fighting for her life back in Australia. And this is a policy in freefall. It is a policy that is hurting people, breaking people.
It is your problem.
Both cases of self-harm have focused attention on Australia's strict border protection policy. It requires any asylum seekers trying to reach its shores by boat to be sent to detention centres on Nauru and Manus Island.
I've previously expressed my frustration and anger, frankly, at advocates and others who are in contact with those in regional processing centres and who are encouraging some of these people to behave in a certain way, believing that that pressure exerted on the Australian government will see a change in our policy in relation to our border protection measures.
Australia is currently trying to decide what to do with the more than 800 asylum seekers being held on Manus Island after Papua New Guinea Supreme Court ruled that detention centre was unconstitutional. The issue is a potential distraction for Australia's government as it prepares for an election in July.
Nauru is still an option, but Nauru remains a problem in and of itself, certainly as the current contractors are also wanting to withdraw from this form of work. So they'll have to find a new solution at any rate, but it'll be after the election.
One option the government says it won't consider is bringing the asylum seekers to Australia. Amid all of this are reports of another boat filled with asylum seekers trying to reach Australia's shores earlier this week. It was apparently intercepted about 3,000 kilometres west of Perth.
We are not going to allow people to drown at sea again. 1,200 people drowned at sea the last time Australia lost control of its borders.
More than 700 asylum seekers have launched their own legal action to force the federal government to move them to Australia. Greg Navarro, CCTV, Sydney.